Football's greatest competition on earth, the FIFA World Cup, is set to return once again, and this time the event has a new home. Qatar, a country famed for its generous Arabian hospitality and tourist landmarks, will be the host for the upcoming spectacle, what promises to be the most expensive World Cup ever held. With the host nation splashing out some serious amount of wealth in wake of the preparations, and football fans around the world delirious about the upcoming event, let's take a look at what actually makes FIFA 2022 the most expensive World Cup ever. Now, here's an interesting fact about the upcoming FIFA event in Qatar. The country is spending a whopping $500 million a week on infrastructural projects ahead of the World Cup, which includes the construction of roads, highways, stadiums, hospitals, railways, ports, and over 50,000 streetlights, hotels, a new airport, and so much more. As per a statement given in 2017 by the Finance Minister of Qatar, Ali Sharif Al-Emadi, the country's primary objective for the next 3 to 4 years was to work towards getting prepared for the World Cup. And as it's evident today, Qatar is well on its way to complete all infrastructural projects before the deadline. In fact, the country awarded 90% of its contracts for the 2022 projects as early as in 2017 itself. Talking about the overall cost, the overall expenditure of Qatar for the World Cup would be about $200 billion, making it the most expensive World Cup ever by far. The FIFA World Cup 2022 will officially be the first World Cup with the fewest number of stadiums. Normally, major events like World Cups do take place in at least 12 different stadiums, as is the case of Russia during the 2018 FIFA World Cup, when the competition was held in 12 different venues. However, the Qatar World Cup will only take place in 8 stadiums, each equipped with world-class facilities and air conditioning. Out of all the 8 stadiums, 7 will be newly constructed, while 1 stadium will be fully refurbished by Qatar. Venues for the World Cup are as follows: Khalifa International Stadium, Al Rayyan Stadium, Education City Stadium, Lusail Stadium, Al Bayt Stadium, Al Janoub Stadium, Al Thumama Stadium, and Ras Abu Aboud Stadium. Accommodation may well be a major problem for Qatar as far as the FIFA World Cup is concerned. The country is set to receive a staggering 1.2 to 1.5 million visitors during the World Cup, which means that there will be a huge shortage of hotel rooms if the current numbers are what we go by. But here's the thing, the country is spending about $40 billion as part of its efforts to revamp its accommodation facilities and overall tourism within the country. Reports suggest that Qatar has signed deals with multiple cruise liners that will act as floating hotels during the 2022 FIFA Games, and would be able to accommodate about 40,000 visitors in total. Likewise, the government of Qatar has even approached the organisers of Glastonbury, the famous British music festival, to set up luxury tents for accommodation in the desert. As world football's greatest competition returns this 2022 in Qatar, football fans around the world are excited about the prospect of air-conditioned stadiums and over 1 million visitors for the event. A first ever World Cup, as it is to be set for Qatar. The hospitality of the Middle East would be a telling feature at this time, and Qatar prepares to make it grander than ever with $200 billion worth of infrastructural projects. So, aren't you excited about the upcoming football carnival? Needless to say, Qatar has very little chance of turning a profit in its controversial plan to host the 2022 World Cup, according to commentators. James Dorsey, author of a blog and book entitled The Turbulent World of Middle East Soccer, says making money is just a secondary driver for Qatar. It's not about economic viability for Qatar, he said. The 2022 World Cup is likely to be, in narrow commercial terms, a loss-making venture for Qatar. But then, the primary gains it is seeking are primarily non-commercial. The organising committee of the Qatar World Cup did not respond to requests for comment. Qatar can certainly afford to spend more than recent World Cup hosts, with the average income topping $100,000. The Gulf state ranks as the world's richest country per capita. Qatar, as a rich country, can get over an investment like the World Cup, said German sports consultant Dr. Peter Rollman of PR Marketing. The huge economical and financial power of Qatar cannot be compared to countries like Brazil or South Africa. With money no object, Qatar has other aims in hosting the competition. International relations is the key motivation for hosting the tournament. Dorsey said, "Qatar's sponsorship is not primarily about economics, it's about soft power as a defence and security strategy," he said. Broader PR and tourism goals may also play a part, according to Rollman. Awareness and reputation to the global audience, and maybe a little push to the tourism industry, he said. Who sponsors the FIFA World Cup? FIFA has several sponsorship ties. There are FIFA partners, FIFA World Cup sponsors, and regional sponsors. The governing body is currently implementing a new format with 4 tiers. By unbundling the women's and esports branch from the men's branch, FIFA hopes to increase overall sponsorship income. Currently, there are 7 FIFA partners who have global rights and can use FIFA's branding during all tournaments and across all branches. Adidas, Coca-Cola, Wonder Group, a conglomerate, Hyundai Kia Motors, Qatar Airways, Qatar Energy, and Visa. The second tier consists of World Cup sponsors. These companies have global rights as well, but are restricted to the World Cup tournament, in the build-up and during the event. These are Budweiser, an alcoholic beverage and part of the Anheuser-Busch InBev Group, Baiju's educational technology, Crypto.com, a cryptocurrency platform, Hisense, an electronics and home appliances company, McDonald's, Mengniu Dairy, which hosts dairy products, and Vivo, consumer electronics. In the current setup, FIFA has 6 to 8 slots for both FIFA partners and World Cup sponsors. In the future, there is an extra tier between these two that gives rights to all tournaments and certain branches, the men's, women's, or esports. However, the World Cup in Qatar has come under international criticism, not only for its high cost, but for human rights violations and mistreatment of migrant workers. One such report was published by The Guardian in February this year, headlined, "Revealed, 6,500 migrant workers have died in Qatar as it gears up for the World Cup," in which it linked the shocking death rate to the start of the World Cup journey a decade ago. However, the report failed to clarify the reasons behind the deaths and was quickly dismissed by Qatar as baseless. I don't doubt that the 2022 World Cup will be an incredible spectacle, or that Qatar will succeed in becoming a global sporting hub. And definitely, there are many factors that make the FIFA World Cup in Qatar a unique spectacle to look forward to. So tell us, what do you think of the Qatar FIFA World Cup 2022? For more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.